Back on Morning Drive, our Golf Channel Academy Coaches Series continues with lead coach George Connor here from Connor Golf in Farmington Woods, Avon, Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
Used to live in the area.
Did you
I was
really?
in New York, but I spent a lot of time in Connecticut.
90 minutes away.
90 minutes away. Great part of the world, great golf courses. I noticed you have a great club in your hand, a wedge.
Right.
So important. I mean, you don't want to hit a great drive and then waste it.
Exactly.
How can you help us with this part of the game?
Yeah, so what I find at home with a lot of students is they've got, nowadays, probably 3 wedges is kind of normal.
Confusing sometimes.
4.
Yeah.
They don't, and they don't know how far it's going to go. So they get out on the golf course and they've got a 75-yard shot, and now they're thinking, well, should I try this? Should I try that? I don't want you to try stuff on the golf course. I want you to already know.
Okay.
So I have kind of a simple system for everybody to figure out with 3 wedges, how can I get 12 yardages that I know what I'm going to get? Okay. So pretty simple, 2 lengths of swings, and then we vary the tempo a little bit. So with the gap wedge, and we'll hit a few shots.
Yeah.
If I think about really 2 lengths of swings, and in my mind, I'm going to take my left arm back to horizontal and turn through it and hit a shot.
About 9 o'clock?
Yeah. Okay. And that usually is going to go 75, 76 yards for me.
Excellent.
Now, at home, I try not to use necessarily the clock or fractions. A lot of people say, well, that's a half a swing or a 3/4 swing, because we don't really know how far the club goes back, I find. Right. So I see it a lot, somebody thinks that the club's only there, but it's all the way over here. But we kind of feel where our left arm is. Yes. So if we, if I say it's a half a swing and you'd say it's 3/4, right, doesn't matter. As long as I can repeat it. For sure. So now if I go a little bit longer and I feel like my left arm's going to get past horizontal, up into that area there, and I turn through it. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's going to go a little bit further. Now you're also talking speed control. So that's 2. You got 2 yards, 2 swings with this 52. Right. But you can also you change the speed? Absolutely. Okay. So those swings I kind of think I call like a casual wedge speed. I'm not trying to hit it hard. Right. And I'm never going to try to hit a wedge really hard. Okay. Because I've got a whole bag of clubs. For sure. So if I feel like I'm going to have to really get all over my 52 to reach the distance, well, I can just go to a different club. Smooth pitching wedge, perhaps. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. But so I've got 2 yardages now with my 52. Comes out like 75 and 85. Okay. And now if I wanted to add some speed, I'll go with the shorter one and feel like I'm going to turn through it a little bit quicker. That was a little more. Up, I'm going to say 90-ish. 95. Okay. 95. Very good. And then the last one would be the longer swing, going through at the higher speed. This is a full-blooded wedge, but not crazy, though. Not crazy. Not driver length. Okay. I still feel like it's a little bit less than a full swing. Okay. Okay. And then just from a instructional, mechanical piece on the wedges, what I like to have, and I tell people, look, if you're going to hit the ball in the air, so we're going to exclude putts, but if we're going to hit the ball in the air and it's not a full swing, we don't need to be moving weight into my backside and then over in the front. I think that's just movement that we don't need. Recipe for disaster, I think. It's something else that can go wrong. Right. So if I set up and I feel kind of 60% of the weight on my left foot, I'm still going to keep the ball in the middle of my stance. Okay. I don't like to see the ball go way back, because now all of a sudden the leading edge can dig into the ground. Oh. And I'm trying to hit a shot with some loft. Right. So why would I put it back there and de-loft the club? Okay. So mechanically, I feel it kind of upper body going back, but I want this left side, so say middle thigh to the bottom of my ribs, to turn this way, and that allows me to get the club into that kind of slightly leaning position. And we were talking about that a little bit earlier, because sometimes I have a tendency, I don't get that left side going at all. Kind of get scoopy with it. Oh, yeah. Scoopy is my nemesis. If I'm here and I'm not going to rotate through, what I see people doing is this, and then what happens? Well, now I blade it. And I hit that line drive, and it almost feeds itself, because now you feel like, I got to get over here and really lift it in the air. And you're shouting, bite, bite. The ball's not going to bite. No. It's gone. The ball doesn't listen. You ever notice that? I do notice that quite a bit. So with the longer swing, I'll take it back, what I call 3/4, and turn through it a little faster. I mean, look at that. That's going to be 100. Yeah, that might come up a little bit short, only because I didn't quite get the club square. Okay. Lofted a little bit higher. Okay. Didn't do that on purpose, but sometimes that's going to happen. So that came out about the same distance as the previous shot. So I think if people at home take their 3 wedges, take maybe a half an hour, a couple times. Don't do it. Don't think you're going to get it all in one day. Right. You might hit shots today, and then tomorrow they're a little bit different. So take a sample from maybe 3 sessions. Yeah. And then, I've had people write it on a little sticker and put it on the club. Sure. full swing, three-quarter swing, half swing, whatever term you want to put on it.
Yeah.
But just remember that if the ball's going to go the right distance, you got to hit it solid.
Dr. Giovaliante has a card that he keeps in his wallet with his wedge distance, his three-quarters. So that's another great idea to do it. It's really a building block of the game, wedge play. Great stuff from George Conner. And yes, he'll have tips all week on Golf Channel's Twitter and Facebook pages, Golf Channel Academy. Coaches, you want to find one in your area? Go to golfchannelacademy.com to hire someone like George. Thanks so much, buddies.
Thanks, David.
Really appreciate it.